There is something so nice and so refreshing about having routine and discipline after like a period of not having that. For the past like 2+ months, I haven't really had like solid routine in my life, in that like, I don't know, I haven't had a routine that's lasted for more than like a few days, like actual consistent routine. And I feel like consistent routine is so important to develop momentum in life and to just like really like get the wheels turning in a way. A huge intention with coming back to London for me was, first of all, getting my room and like my space sorted out. And then I was like, once that's done, I'm gonna get back into routine and discipline, start going to the gym again, start like really intentionally working towards my goals and like putting effort into things that I want to grow, rather than just like pushing them aside and being like, yeah, I'll do that when I get around to it. And just like sort of creating a schedule for myself, even though I don't have a full-time job, just trying to create some sort of schedule and routine for me to stick to, so that I can develop that momentum to like put more work in towards making videos and just like building things that I want to grow for myself. It's like a huge priority, I think, for my life at the moment, to get in this sense of like flow, because the momentum feels so good once you start having self-discipline and like building routine. For me anyway, I feel like it's a really, really huge part of how I stay kind of like grounded and calm. This is like a side note, but I had an astrologist tell me the other day that I have no earth in my chart. And she used the analogy that I'm like a car that has like, say that each element is a wheel on the car. I'm like missing a wheel. And she was like, oh, it's probably really important for you to have like lists and routine and like things that you're working towards. You probably find that really grounding. And I was like, yes, oh my God, I do. And I feel like I've just been kind of ebbing and flowing in and out of routine for the past couple of months, and just like having a little bit here, having a little bit there, but like nothing has been super, super consistent. So I'm really excited about this. I've got my gym membership now. And I feel like also it's just like really little things. Like over the past week or so, I've just been like getting all my things sorted in the kitchen. Sounds so small and mundane, but it's just like little things, like having my teas that I like and having like my dry pantry things. You know, those things that you kind of just almost take for granted when you have built like a life for yourself, or you just have like all your things in your space and in your kitchen. And when I moved here, I was just like, wow, I don't have all of these little things that I'm just so used to having. And so I've just been trying to like rebuild that bit by bit. But yeah, things feel good. I'm happy. Made porridge at home, and I just put it in a little container, and I brought it with me, and now I get to eat breakfast outside in the park. This is so beautiful. A nice fallen tree trunk that's like sitting in the perfect spot under the trees in the sun is just so much more pleasing to me than like a park bench in the shade. There's something about it. It just feels right. This looks like a hot mess, but I've got porridge, and then I've got an apple and plum compote on top. I made like a big batch of it on Sunday, and I've just been putting it on my porridges throughout the week, and it's been so yum. And then I've got hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, and walnuts on top. And the sun's come out for my first mouthful. This kind of moment, like taking myself to the park and just like fully chilling and being present, is something that I really want to like do more often. Like in terms of like a habit I want to create, I want to try and do this like once a week. Just like come to the park, take my book, take my sketchbook or my journal, and just chill. And for me, I think that feels like a really important thing to do living in the city, and just like getting out into like open space. It just feels so restorative. I feel like I can breathe. Sitting in this cafe just like doing some writing, because I want to make more short form content. like on TikTok and Reels and like YouTube Shorts, because our attention spans are dwindling, mine included. And I feel like people often watch more short form content these days than they do YouTube videos and like long form content. And I feel like I've been trying to tap into that world for a while, but it just feels kind of like hollow and forced and just, yeah, quite shallow in a sense, because I don't know, I think that I have a lot of intention when it comes to creating like content online, and I'm very aware of like not wanting to just like add to the noise of the internet and of social media and just like this world online, because there is so much noise, especially like at the moment with everything that's going on in the world, and like so much conflict and hurt and pain, and I don't know, I just feel like things feel very hollow sometimes. And so I've been like trying to think of ways that I can create content, and like more so short form content, but in a way that still has a lot of like intention and value and depth. I think is really important. And I journal so much, like I write so much in my notebook, and I have so many thoughts, and I've been trying to think of a way that I can sort of convey that visually through short form content. So I've just been like writing all of these like small excerpts like about certain topics, like similar to what would be in like a sit down YouTube video, but like condensing it into smaller videos, and then sharing that on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I also feel like I'm just trying to validate myself and my ideas more, rather than coming from a place of like telling myself that what I want and the things that I want to aspire towards are unrealistic or unattainable. I think that's something that I have had a tendency to do in the past, and I feel like I'm just trying to allow myself to explore what I want to explore without any restraint or any invalidation, because that really doesn't get us anywhere. So yeah.
Right? Make a piece that you need to feel, and by feel I mean a piece that engages your senses, like all of them, or as many as you can, as opposed to a film that you have to understand, as opposed to a film when you leave the cinema there, you can be like, yeah, I know everything about Haitian people.
Happy November! It's the 1st of November today. That's a bit exciting. I do love a new month. It's a grey, rainy day, and I'm like, I was gonna go to the gym, but looking outside at the state of things, I'm just like, is it really the day for that? Is it really the day for that? Am I really gonna ride my bike to the gym? It's not the vibe. It's really not the vibe. I think maybe like a stretch, like a little stretch at home is more the vibe. And then just like have a shower. More of a slow morning. It's the 1st of November. It's raining. It's autumn. Right? Let's just chill. Let's just chill. Yeah. I really feel like a slow morning this morning. I feel like I have a lot of my mind to just like write and journal about just life, the state of the world, feelings. I feel like there's just a lot on my mind that I need to just process in a way that feels safe for me. just like writing my thoughts on the page when I'm journaling. It's very like such a safe space, just writing. Like I feel like I've gotten so much better this year at talking to friends and like being open with people in my life in terms of like things that in the past I would have just kept to the confines of my journals. But like it's been really nice this year being able to communicate more with people and being more open and vulnerable, but at the same time I find it really comforting to just like have the pages of my journal as somewhere to go to just like process. I think that for me sometimes I think about things or I have these thoughts and feelings and I feel like I need to process them within myself sometimes before sharing things outwardly and before like articulating myself to somebody else or to the camera or whatever. So slow morning. Good morning guys, it's a few days later. It's Sunday morning. It's a beautiful Sunday's morning. It's been raining for the past few days, which has just been London, not really that nice. I've gotten stuck on my bike so many times in the rain. But anyway, it's Sunday morning. I'm gonna go to the farmer's market this morning. I've been meaning to go to this farmer's market that's like near me. It's only like a 10-minute cycle away. I've been meaning to go for the past couple of weeks, but I keep not going. So I was like, today we're gonna go. Also, another thing to do with my like discipline and routine that I'm trying to kind of like implement in my life at the moment is I want to start doing a sketch every day. This was like one of my New Year's resolutions. I looked back on my New Year's resolutions the other day and one of them was to create more art. And I used to love drawing and painting and sketching and everything when I was a kid and when I was in school, like a teenager. But then I feel like life just got really busy, and as an adult it's something I don't do that much, even though it's something that brings me a lot of like joy and calm. And so I was like, we need to get back into this. So I've been really trying to do this sketch everyday thing, but I've only done 2 this week, so I've been failing. But as I'm just sitting here at my windowsill, I'm like, this is a perfect time to do a little sketch. So here's my sketchbook, and I've just done like a couple while I've been on holidays. Like I did a few when I was in New York at the start of the year. They were like very just like sketchy. Like I did this one of me sitting at this cafe in New York, and then one of like the park, and also my nails are fucked. I need to get them taken off today. Just like this building, and that's one I did the other day. I really like this one. And that's one I did the other day of me at the park. And now time for today's one, I suppose. I feel like every time I go to do a sketch, I kind of place a lot of importance on it being good and like kind of like on the outcome of it, which I think kind of takes away from just like the actual act of creating and like making art. I feel like so much of it is just for, you know, just immediate like enjoyment and pleasure, not really about the final product. So I've been trying to just remember that more and just do it for the fun of it. Like right now, I think I'm gonna sketch my camera sitting on this little like vase that I've got it sitting on next to my plant, because this is a cute little snippet that we have here. So I'm gonna sketch this now. Maybe I'll do a little bit of watercolor with it too. Okay. Baby, baby, baby. It's a bit of a still life moment. Also, I love sketching because it just makes you pay so much closer attention to like little things. Like when I sit down and do those sketches in the park, I'm like really like, it's very mindful in that you're just really taking in whatever it is that you're looking at. And I feel like we don't usually perceive things on that level of detail and like intricacy in our everyday lives. So it's nice just to like really pay attention to something and like really focus on it And it's like, wow, you start noticing things that you don't even notice in your day-to-day life. Whenever the sun goes away, when it's a sunny day, it feels so scary. I'm like, no, come back, sun. Don't do it, clouds, don't win today. You've had your wins. You've had your wins for the last few days. Let the sun have its moment, please. Looking to find the third eye. There it is. Lovely. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's not about loving it or hating it. It's just, it is what it is. This is like the two parts of my brain constantly fighting against each other, being like, just relax, Cameron, it's fine. And then the other part of me going, no, we gotta make it perfect. This is what I've done. I'm not finished yet, but I need to go and leave the house now because otherwise I'm going to be late to meet my friend at the farmer's market. This is how I'm always late to things. I start doing things and then I get carried away and I realize that, oh shit, I need to leave the house. Also, I want to show you my outfit today because I like it. I'm wearing these pants and I thrifted this jumper the other day because I've had like no winter clothes whilst being in London and it's getting really cold, and so I went to some charity shops the other day and one thing that I found is this jumper. It was only like £5 and it's 50% silk, which is cool, and it's just like a nice little green jumper. And then I'm wearing this blazer as well, which I also thrifted in New York. I was talking to my friend the other day and we were saying how like when you end up wearing an outfit that's like mostly thrifted, how you have that little part inside of you that's like, I'm such a sustainable eco warrior, look at me go, saving the world one bit at a time, one thrifted item at a time. Anyway, let's go to the farmer's market.